It's Josh and Chantel, and this is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, a replay of today's full show.
It's Wednesday, July 3rd. Today on the show, we visit with Tony Lima, VP of Public Relations, about the 31st Annual Melaleuca Freedom Celebration. We've got parenting hacks. I really want to be a mascot. 4th of July facts. I dropped my phone in the bathtub. There was a fight on Mount Everest. People need more veggies in their life. They're just blue suede shoes. And I might finally understand grape nuts.
Thanks for listening. You can hear the show live weekday mornings from 6 to 10. It's called Wake Up Classy 97, and this is the podcast.
Boop-a-doo.
Enjoy today's show.
Boop-a-boo.
Classy 97 with Josh and Chantel.
Did you say quassy?
No,
It sounded like you said quassy 97.
I did not. I just said Classy 97.
Now it sounds like you said classy.
Maybe your ears weren't working.
I
just
think
yet.
your mouth wasn't working.
The first thing you heard me say was Quassy 97.
Quassy 97.
Well,
With Josh and Chantel.
Okay.
Quassy.
It's July the 3rd. It is Wednesday. Tomorrow is the 4th of July.
Yes, it is.
Let's see what's going on today, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. Today is National Compliment Your Mirror Day today. So you're supposed to show yourself a little love and support by complimenting your reflection.
Oh.
What?
I just said, oh.
No, I heard, but you were like, clear over here. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, oh.
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 Well, brighten your day. Change your perspective. Compliment affirmations in the mirror to yourself about yourself.
Okay.
You're not going to do it. American Redneck Day today.
Oh, boy.
Embracing the authentic spirit of a distinct culture rooted in rural traditions, embodying a vibrant and genuine heritage. Redneck Day. It's Disobedience Day as well. It is International Drop a Rock Day. You're supposed to paint a rock to make it all pretty and cute, and then drop it somewhere because it brings unexpected joy and discovery.
Yeah.
Drop a Rock Day.
That's cool.
Yep.
I like that idea.
Plastic bag free day. So no using the plastic bags for pollution's sake. It is Stay Out of the Sun Day. It is National Chocolate Wafer Day. Do you like those things?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes.
I really enjoyed the pink ones. Till I ate a whole sleeve of them.
Oh, Josh.
And I haven't had one since.
You've overdone it.
I ate all the wafers I will ever need in one sitting. It was a bad day. It was a bad day.
How long ago? How old
I
were
was
you?
probably 12 or 13.
Oh.
And I ate too many.
Josh.
It was real bad. Air Conditioning Appreciation Day.
Yes.
Can we just for a minute appreciate the AC?
I do appreciate
It's
the
nice.
AC.
It's nice. It is National Eat Your Beans Day and National Fried Clam Day.
I've never had a fried clam.
You should change that.
I was going to say fried cram.
Let me know how it goes for you.
How what goes? A fried clam?
Mhm.
No, I'm probably not going to eat that.
Well, you can.
I could eat it any day. It doesn't just have to be today.
That's true.
But
That's what's happening
I do like beans. Eat your beans.
with fried clams.
Hot dog.
Don't get me started. Happy Wednesday. It's Josh and Chantel. Hey, it's Josh and Chantel.
Hey, these are some parenting hacks that people are like, are these hacks or are these unethical or mean?
Parenting hacks that may be
or
unethical or mean.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So when you change the time on the clock to make them go to bed, like it's actually 7, but you change it to 9 and you're like, oh, it's time for bed.
I don't know if I've ever done that.
I haven't done that
I
either.
know there were years where when our kids were little, there were years when streaming services would do New Year's Eve countdowns.
Yeah.
Like hours early.
Right.
So you could be like, oh,
it's done.
Yay, let's go to bed. So you didn't have to stay up as late.
I kind of feel like that's brilliant. That's a brilliant one.
I don't feel like that's unethical.
I don't either. You've done this one before, but our kids were much older when you did this one. When you said the ice cream truck only plays music when it's out of ice cream.
Yeah, they didn't believe it.
Well, you did it when they were old, so they already knew the game.
They They should just believe what I say.
This one, I hadn't heard this one before either. The tooth fairy comes every night to check for teeth, but also to see if you've brushed.
Oh.
And if you don't brush,
I like that.
then she yanks out a tooth.
Well, terrifying.
I know. This one's not necessarily a hack, but kind of smart. So during COVID, when everything was shut down and kids were at home, a parent just turned on subtitles on their TV, and their kid was like reading, and their reading level went up because they were reading the subtitles on the TV.
That is interesting. My enjoyment goes way down when those things are turned on.
Not mine. I must be hard of hearing because you turned on a show last night. I'm like, I'm out because I can't hear it. And you won't turn on subtitles. So I just went to sleep.
Okay.
If your toddler touches something that's hot, it's a chance to claim that other things are hot. Like, oh, don't touch that vase. That's really hot too. That one feels a little bit lying. I mean, these are all a little bit lying, but
like I understand what you're trying to do, but let's just be honest with the kids, right? And go, hey, I really don't want you to break that, so we're gonna not touch that. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I get you understand hot. And maybe you're like little, maybe you're 3, 2, wandering around. And you know, like, oh, hot, don't touch, that's hot. So it's a very basic pain response
but
thing.
you could just say, that'll break.
Right. You could start teaching a new word. Like, careful. Yeah. Soft touch.
When the batteries are in a loud, annoying toy and they die. And you said, they don't make batteries anymore.
No, I didn't. I don't think I've ever said they don't make batteries anymore.
I feel like you've said that one.
I've been like, maybe been like, oh, well, that's too bad. It's gone.
Forever.
It doesn't make that. You can still play with that ambulance, but it doesn't make that siren noise.
You're going to have to make your own noises.
Yeah. Good luck.
I haven't heard this one either. Your tongue turns purple when you lie. And if you ask to see their tongue and they hesitate,
ooh. That one feels old school.
Does it?
Yeah, that one feels 50s, 60s to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It just has that sort of flair. Your tongue is going to turn purple if you tell a lie.
Let me see your tongue. Are you lying?
No. No.
Again, that one feels a little bit, I don't know. Sometimes some of these feel a little bit more lying than others.
That one is in the same vein of like, if you keep making that face, your face is going to stay that way.
Yeah.
That's why it feels old school.
That's it. Those are the only ones I had.
Well, thanks for your wonderful list.
Thank you, Josh. I like lists.
I know you do. You like lists and lists.
What?
Mm-hmm.
There is a couple that's going viral for their wedding invitation, or rather their non-wedding invitation.
So did they send your not invited invites?
Yep.
You're not invited to join us at our wedding.
Yes.
So if you didn't get one of those, show up.
Yeah, I don't know what they did for the people who are invited.
All right, go on.
They sent out an announcement to let people know that they're having a private ceremony and that they're not invited. They said that they would like you to join them in spirit. People are saying this is tacky and a total gift grab. Like, hey, you're not invited, but can you buy us a blender anyway?
Okay. Does it say that in the uninvite?
It is not. It is not.
It doesn't say anything about we're registered at Target.
I don't know if it says anything about a registry, but I assume that they would. Hold on.
Because I feel like if you're not going to invite someone to be there physically, you should not expect a gift from them.
I agree.
Now, if they so decide to be like, I still, that's fine. I get what they're doing. Because a small private, ceremony, maybe they have a lot of family who's like, when are you getting married? Right. Or, we know you got engaged. When's the wedding? And so rather than do a big thing and spend a bunch of money and do the whole big wedding thing, maybe they are just doing, them and an officiant, or maybe they're doing a courthouse thing, whatever it is. And maybe they're just like, I don't want people to have to stress about this. So we're going to send non-invites. And we're just going to say, hey, thank you for thinking about us. We're not doing a big ceremony. If you're so inclined, we're registered at Target. Or maybe they don't even say that. Maybe they just say, thanks so much for thinking of us. We're doing a small private ceremony. We'll post pictures online.
I see the invitation. It doesn't say anything about
a registry.
A registry.
Okay, good.
It says, with their families are getting hitched. Private ceremony. Please join us in spirit. Spirit, this is kind of annoying, is spelled wrong.
Oh, no.
It's called SPIRT.
Spurt.
Please join us in spurt.
Spurt. Well.
But they might have had, sometimes they do that little card that you can put in there.
A little insert thing that's like, oh, we forgot this information. Here's a map.
Yeah.
I think probably they were just saying, look, we're going to have 10 people at this thing. It's not a big shindig. We're not doing a bunch of dancing. We're not doing a big reception. It's just a small little ceremony. Small. Thanks for thinking of us.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No, I don't either. I think
people are upset.
I can see why they'd be upset to receive a don't show up. It feels that way, but I also feel like it's sort of like really it's just, hey, thank you for having us in your thoughts today. But don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
trying to find something to wear. Don't worry about a gift. Don't worry about driving. Don't worry about flying. Don't worry about showing up. We don't expect you to be there. It's a small thing. It's thank you. That's it.
Right.
I think that's nice.
I think
that's nicer than doing the ceremony and then posting pictures online and people going like, "What the heck, man?"
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. Yeah.
So they're being preemptive on upsetting people by upsetting people. So
you can't win.
Oh, we're friends, but I'm not good enough to see you get married. I see how it is.
Oh, I don't get a piece of cake?
Yeah, there is no cake.
Thanks a lot.
There's no cake. There'll be no pictures of cake. There's no cake. It's just me and my parents and her parents, and that's it. That's what we're doing. Simple, easy breezy. Thanks for thinking of us.
I think it's okay.
And also, we're registered. We're going to head over to Topeka, Kansas
All right.
for some good news today. We got Ray Gates and his wife, Deborah, and they've been collecting aluminum cans for the past 6 years.
Okay.
It's a long time to collect some cans. They work with local businesses, friends, family members, and coworkers to maximize their collection efforts. They take those cans to a recycling center. They get the money, and then the money that they raise gets donated to different charities in the area.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. He says, I've got people at work. They bring them to me. Of course, cans that we get from around here, grandkids drinking soda and all of the other beverages. So it's a group effort from a lot of different people who know that I save cans. Ray and Deborah believe they have collected and recycled over 100,000 cans weighing over 5,000 pounds.
That's a lot of cans.
I know. Ray's employer agrees to match every donation that he makes over $100. Which I think is so cool. So he gets a little extra donation boost. While collecting cans and raising money definitely takes a lot of time and attention, Ray also admits that the adventure is very satisfying.
The adventure.
Ray and Deborah
from
Topeka, Kansas, collecting cans for charity.
Good job, Ray and Deborah.
Know. Way to do something simple to help clean up the place and also give back. I think that's awesome.
I do too.
They're going, hey, it's just cans. Right, I don't need the money. That's fine. It wasn't money I was planning on, so we're going to turn it into charitable donation. I think that's cool. So, way to go, Ray and Deborah.
Ray and Deborah, killing it.
Good news to get you going on Classy 97.
Maybe you don't know this about me, but I really, 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 really want to be a mascot.
I've never known that about you. Actually, I have.
You did
because I know in high school you wanted to, but you felt like it was a popularity contest thing, and you never would have won, so you didn't even try.
No, correct.
So
here's the thing. In high school, I wanted to do it, but yeah, it's you get voted on.
Okay. So you could have tried.
But it was fine. There was nobody that was running until one of the most liked boys in high school was like, I'm gonna also be a mascot. Okay. And I was like, oh, that kid is gonna win.
But you didn't even try.
Okay. Now I really want to be like a professional sports mascot. I saw a video yesterday of Victor the Viking from the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
Man, coolest job.
Running around dressed in a big foam thing.
Yeah. Everybody
Being a
loves
goof.
the mascot.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Right? You have some anonymity in there.
Yes. It was a video where he was doing, I think it was a paintball thing or like a water gun thing.
Okay.
And he just had to dodge the water, the colored water.
Dodge the colored water. We can play that game. I can get a water gun and you can run around and I'll just try and shoot it at you.
All right. I'm game.
If that's the part
It
you
looks
like.
so fun.
Do you have to have the foam suit or you just want to just do it like, I mean, I have the gorilla costume. You could wear that.
I could wear that. That would be hot. Maybe we could do that in winter.
You don't think the giant foam Viking is hot?
No, it is. You're right.
You don't think the Bobcat mascot in high school is hot?
I couldn't even tell you what it even looked like. I don't even remember what it looked like.
Do you think it was just the skin of a taxidermied
Gross.
bobcat?
Gross.
Is that what you had?
No, it wasn't that.
I feel like you want the fun and you want the admiration of the mascot life, but I feel like the second you got in that suit and it was a little sweaty, and then you went, "Who else has been in here sweating?" You'd immediately check out and be like, "I didn't want this."
You don't know me at all.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what would happen. You'd be like, "No, it's gross in here. It smells like somebody else's breath. I gotta go."
You're probably right. I just feel like I'm a little bit clumsy, but I'm also a lot of fun. And you can do all of that in a mascot. You can like trip and fall, and people are like, "Yeah, that was awesome."
You can do that anyway.
No, people just laugh at you and go, "What's the matter?" If you're a mascot, it's fun.
Be a mascot.
I want to.
Just
I'm saying.
in your own skin. Then you don't have to worry about the sweaty helmet.
Can I be our family mascot?
You
Maybe
are.
Our family can have
You
one?
already are. You're the mascot of this radio show. You're the mascot of the family.
Yes.
You're the mascot of East Idaho. Look at you. There she is. Tripping and falling. Everybody cheering her on. They're going to make foam versions of Chantel. And people are going to wear those and be, look at.
Maybe I just need a big head of the painting that you drew of me.
Right.
We'll get a life, like an extra
Oversized.
large version of that.
Big foam Chantel head that you can wear around. Yeah, I'm in support.
I like it too. Let's do it. We had a problem last night.
What happened?
Well, I was taking a bath, very, very nicely taking a bath, trying to relax, trying to enjoy the evening. And all of a sudden, my phone dropped in the tub.
What?
I was watching a movie on my phone in the tub. And I must have accidentally jostled it or done something to it because next thing I know, sploosh, in the phone, in the tub, in the water, submerged. So I hurry and get it out and I go, "Oh, Josh is going to be so mad at me." And I wipe it off, dry it off, shaking it. And what they say is true. That phone is waterproof. It is. It played the movie the whole time. I mean, it's in the tub playing my movie.
You told me
Yes.
that it was in the tub for a very short amount of
It
time.
was. It was.
You didn't tell me you were watching an underwater movie.
Well, I didn't watch it underwater. It was submerged underwater. But I grabbed it immediately.
So what I heard later was, hey. Hey. I said, "What's up?" "Well, my phone is telling me the USB, I can't plug in the charger, won't charge. It's got moisture in there."
Yeah, it sent me an alert that said your USB port has moisture in it. Don't attempt to plug anything into it until it's dried out. And I went, great. And then hours and hours later, it still said that. Yeah, it was hours.
It felt like probably a few minutes.
No.
How long were you out of the shower before you told me about it?
Hours.
half hour?
No, hours. I had fallen asleep because I had gotten out of the tub, put on my pajamas, and then I laid on the bed and fell asleep. And then you came in and I said, hey, my phone is saying this thing.
That's right, because I went to put
See?
I have a wireless charger, and I went to set my phone on there, and you said, oh, I was going to put my phone on there. and I said, why? And you said, oh, it's yelling at me that says I have moisture in the USB. I said, oh, really? And you went, I didn't want to tell you. I dropped it in the tub. I don't want to tell you.
Because you think I'm careless with my phone.
I think a lot of people are careless with their phones. It's not exclusive to you by any means.
Okay.
I know the technology is expensive.
Yes.
And it's expensive to replace.
Yes.
And so that's really where it comes from. Is I just know that, and I like to take care of my things, and it really bums me out when like I had a broken screen. I can't deal with it.
Well,
I have to not live with a broken phone.
I just mostly didn't want to lecture either. I know that I shouldn't have been watching on my phone. I know that it should have been up in a better spot. I didn't need you to dad lecture me. I didn't need it. So I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to say.
I'm not angry about it.
Just disappointed.
I'm just disappointed. You should take better care of your things.
I do.
Clearly.
Josh, it was a fluke accident. Okay.
How do we mitigate the fluke accident potential moving forward?
And then you say this, well, at least it wasn't your laptop.
I did say at least it wasn't your Surface. Yeah, at least you didn't drop your Surface in the bath, because this is designed to have a little bit more durability these days.
It was pretty durable. I'm impressed. Back in the day, you drop your phone in the tub, done.
Right.
You would never get that thing to turn back on.
Throw it in a bag of rice, which you did ask me, do I need to put it in rice? And I think it's okay. It automatically disables the USB so that it tries to prevent damage. They're sealed pretty well now.
Yeah.
They've done a lot of different things. They used to have a battery door and a removable battery, and the hardware was, water was real bad. They've gotten better.
I know. Look at it. It's working just great. I'm very impressed.
Well,
my favorite part was that you had my phone over on your side of the bed because it was charging on your wireless thing.
Yeah.
And so you had to deal with all of my alarms.
I didn't care for that. It's Classy 97 with Josh and Chantel, and a very special guest in the studio, VP of Public Relations from Melaleuca. It's the one and only Tony Lima. Hey, Tony.
Thank you. What an introduction.
Yeah, well, welcome. We're excited to have you here because tomorrow is kind of a big day. We've got the 4th of July tomorrow, and there's a lot going on with Riverfest and all of the activities at Snake River Landing. And, of course, we want to talk about the 31st Annual Melaleuca Freedom Celebration. It's
31st Annual.
Isn't that wild?
That's incredible.
It's getting there. Right? 31 years. That's fantastic. And the city shines that day.
Yeah, oh, totally. Right? Like
best day of the year.
Literally and figuratively. You said over 20 of these yourself.
I've seen a lot of them, and I've been a part in leading the pyrotechnic aspect of it for, close to 15 years now.
Yeah, that's awesome. And now Western Display Fireworks is back again this year to help out with the show. They've done a fantastic job. What are we looking forward to that's new this year?
Yeah, this year we'll have 18,505 fireworks. It's a few hundred
is that
more.
All?
Yes.
That's it. And one of the things that our Melaleuca founder, Frank Vandersloot, does is he charges me every single year with making sure we can make that claim that we are the largest fireworks show west of the Mississippi.
Right.
So I spent hours online scouring and making calls to different pyrotechnic companies to find out, to be able to make that claim. And yes, we are absolutely the largest fireworks show west of the Mississippi. And our show definitely rivals what you're going to find in Boston, Washington, D.C., and Philadelphia, which is insane. Those are the firework meccas of the world.
Yeah,
right.
For
Those
sure.
are founding areas for sure. Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you, because that's sure a lot of digging and research that you have to go through. So congrats.
That's right. We want to make those claims and make sure that they're accurate, and that's measured by just the sheer number of shells that are going up in the night sky.
Well, but let's talk about like the actual, curtain of fireworks is huge.
Yeah, that's right. And that's one of the new things this year too. What we're going to see for those that have gone down and that know the difference from year to year, and there are a lot of people and a lot of firework aficionados come from all over the country to come to this particular show because of what it offers. What we're going to see is with those fireworks, we're going to go a little bit higher than we have in the past. The firing line is a little bit wider too. They've got some new V pattern fireworks. And so basically we're going to go wider into the night sky and into the canvas. The fireworks themselves have been scoured from all over the globe this year. So we have a hefty amount of American fireworks, those from Italy, Spain, and from Asia as well.
Wow.
Being able to
Cool.
to find the very best in the world. And so these fireworks shows, they're going to burn a little bit brighter than what you see typically, and they're going to be extraordinary.
That's awesome. We were talking about the different sort of some of these firework facts that Chantel shared with me just a day or two ago. And she said blue is one of the hardest colors for them to figure out how to make in fireworks. And I know we see some really bright colors up in there, and there are some blues.
Yeah, the pyrotechnics go to all over the world to purchase the best inventory that they can find. And so they're looking, and certain countries are known to produce very vibrant blues or purples. And so they each have their specialty and they each have their purpose in the show.
Cool.
And so one of the things, it's not just we have more and it's bigger and better. And we say that every single year, but it's not just that. It's also there's an artistry in being able to choreograph these fireworks. And so our pyros are looking at this, there's particular software where they're able to visualize every single second of that show on the computer and simulate it in 3D models, and then be able to adjust. They have everything in their inventory, and then the computers and the right eye, right, the right artist is able to look at it and try and say, okay, well, in this song, why don't we adjust this one here? And what about going larger? What about smaller? And they're also looking at it, not just what's happening at 1,000 feet in the air, what's happening at 400 feet. So they're looking at different dimensions and dynamically to be able to produce something that overall makes the whole picture.
The whole show.
And you talked about curtains. These fireworks curtains is the kind of the newest trend in fireworks, where you're trying to create for that hanging moment. The whole thing comes together as one.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's all the way from the top of the sky to what's happening at ground effect level. It's very cool.
And that's one of the specializations of the fireworks company that we're using. They've been around for 75 years, done over 10,000 shows, but this is their favorite.
Yeah,
I really love your enthusiasm about this.
great.
It's making me
fantastic.
excited for the show, so it's awesome. I love it.
Yesterday I was on the platform, and the head technician took a moment, and he was just looking over Snake River Landing, and he said to me, Tony, I don't know there's any other place in the world that has a venue like this. Yeah. And he's just looking at the grass, and he's up 30, 40 feet in the air where the platform is.
Well, and the platform that's at Snake River Landing specifically designed for this purpose.
And Ball
right?
Ventures,
that's amazing.
Ball Ventures went all out to create that venue for us, for the community, and it shows. It's such a great experience. There's a little bit of a game though, right? People here, we're not used to traffic. And so we think, I want to be as close as I possibly can to see the fireworks, but not necessarily get involved in the traffic.
Yeah.
I think that's the wrong approach. I think it's worth going down there. That's what the pyrotechnician would tell you.
Yeah.
Like he designs it so if you are just directly west of the platform, you're gonna see so much more. But if you're at a weird angle, it's just not going to be the same type of experience. And also, how important is it to listen to Classy?
I mean, let's go, right? Of course it is, because the entire soundtrack for the 31-minute show is synchronized shell for shell, note for note to the music we broadcast on Classy 97 tomorrow night. It's phenomenal.
And your team does an amazing job. I have the privilege of working with you guys, and it is months and months of being able to develop the right soundtrack that fits a little bit of all different sorts of musical genres.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. So it has something in there for everyone, and then create the right meaning with it. And
sure.
when that pyro is designing the show, he's starting with our soundtrack. And then from there, he's looking at how do we emphasize every moment of the music,
right,
and to create the right mood. And Frank's always told me there's something magical about fireworks and music and message, and it can just create this emotional stirring. Hopefully everybody walks away feeling a little bit deeper sense of patriotism and unity. And that's exactly what this country and our city, our state need right now.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's a huge part. And there's definitely a cadence to the entire thing. There's a rhythm that kind of flows. We talk about 18,505 shells, which works out to like 597 a minute or 9.9 per second if you want to do the math. But because I did. But the point is that like you aren't getting 9.9 shells per second nonstop for 31 minutes. There's a flow, and there are big impactful moments with lots of explosions, and then there's quiet down moments where the message is really important and delivered, and it's spectacular.
And that artistry is coming through the pyrotechnicians, and that's what one of the differences between a good fireworks show where you're throwing up a lot of great fireworks versus trying to make it like there's an elegance if when you're doing it right. And if you've been down there, you can tell. You can sense it.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
well, we're very excited to be a part of it again this year. It's the 31st Annual Melaleuca Freedom Celebration. Tony, we talk a lot about traffic. We talk a lot about people during the day with all the activities going on and stuff. We want people to definitely be patient and to be kind to other people that are they're enjoying the experience as well. And when everybody tries to go home, it's always like, but it's going to take me forever. And I know there's plans in place. There's traffic flows. We've got a helicopter. There's a lot of things that are kind of going on to kind of make that a little easier.
Yeah, and I think last year what Nate Eaton and Captain Marley were showing was that at the parking lots emptied in about an hour and a half was the last car. So they're getting better and better, and there's such an effort. The planning meetings for traffic have about 45 different people from every single city agency, city, state, county, all pulling together. This is kind of their Super Bowl here, to make sure that they get 200,000 people flowing out of there. And now we've been doing this at Snake River Landing for 8 years. I think people understand where they're going to. They know to go to check out freedomcelebration.com/parking. To check out the map and park in the right section or the right lot that will flow to where their destination is. So it is great to be a few years into it and people know how to get there.
I would also say I know a lot of people were concerned about the construction that was happening on the Pancari Bridge right there. I did see earlier today it will be open to 4 lanes. They're going to sort of sideline the construction during this, and they're going to pick up next week. So that won't be an issue during what we've got going on here.
I was thinking, how great is that? They've been working on this on the bridge. The bridge isn't finished.
Right.
They just knew that this event was going to be, there's going to be so many people crossing that bridge that they decided to let's patch it up. Here we go. Let's have a stopping point. Let's make sure everybody gets through, and then they'll start again. I thought that's good city planning.
Yeah,
it was so grateful. I know a lot of people, they started the construction and they went, no, why would you do that? Why would you do that? The 4th of July is coming up. But no, it's great. That road will be open. So as we kind of get ready to move traffic around, that should not be a big impact. So that's great. Well, is there anything else, Tony, that we need to know about what's going on this year at the 31st Annual Melaleuca Freedom Celebration?
I think probably just the last point I wanted to make is the real reason why Frank and Melaleuca put this event on, and it's so easy to forget it and the illuminations and the dazzling display, but it's all about really the Melaleuca Freedom Celebration is all about an opportunity to pay tribute to our founding fathers, to our veterans, to our service members, and then the invisible sacrifice that their families make as well.
Right.
And that narration helps to underscore that, but what really we're trying to do is not just provide a moment of entertainment or 31 minutes of it, but also for everybody to walk away feeling like there was something of great meaning and importance there, and they all feel a little bit deeper sense of patriotism as a result of having been to that show and felt it in, kind of in their soul. So what a great sacrifice that our service members make, and not only just to remember what they've done, but that their willingness to serve too. That's part of it.
I know we get down to that 31 minutes, and I know Frank has said in years past that 31 minutes is just not even enough because of how great that sacrifice is.
That's right.
So
it does feel like that 31 minutes isn't enough of a tribute for what they've done, but we'll do our best here to light it up for those moments.
Well, Tony, thank you so much for making time for us this morning to kind of talk about it. We're really excited. Tomorrow, Snake River Landing is where it's all happening. The 31st Annual Melaleuca Freedom Celebration will wrap up the 4th of July in such a great great way. We look forward to it every year. We're glad to see it's going on again this year.
And thank you. And thank you to Classy for the rich heritage here, 31 years being a part of it for many, many years. And we couldn't do it without you. And we couldn't do it without all the support from the community. So thank you to all of you for coming out to see the show.
All right. Happy 4th of July. We'll see you at Snake River Landing tomorrow.
Woohoo! Did you ever hear of blue suede shoes?
I've heard of Don't Step on My Blue Suede Shoes.
They have sold at auction.
The Elvis Blue Suede Shoes?
Elvis Blue Suede Shoes.
Okay. They sold at auction when?
Unimportant.
For how much?
This is what's shocking is I don't feel like this is very much money for these iconic blue suede shoes. $152,000.
That isn't terrible. I mean, it's a pair of shoes, so let's be real here.
I get it, but they're the blue suede shoes.
Have they been stepped on?
Unclear. They've been stepped in.
That's true. That's true. So these are Elvis worn.
Oh, June 28th was when they went on auction.
Okay, so not that long ago. Just a couple of days. And $150,000.
Yes.
And
he wore these in 1950s on and off the stage. In 1958, the night before he left before the Army, he gave these shoes to a close friend. The heel of each shoe is stamped NUNNBUSH.
what does that mean?
I don't know. Is that the name of the shoe? I don't know.
I don't know.
They're a 10.5 size.
A 10.5.
10.5.
How about that?
How about it?
I mean, I'm looking at the shoes.
Are you?
They kind of look like just normal loafers. I wouldn't pay that much money for them.
$152,000, even if they were worn by Elvis himself?
Yeah, so?
Oh,
Look,
shocking. Josh.
It's not, I don't know. This is a strange thing. Like people buy this stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
They spent a lot of money on this stuff.
But for what?
And I'm actually surprised these aren't just at his house in Graceland as part of the
Like in a
museum
case.
exhibit. Yeah. I'm really surprised
That's where
by
I
that.
think most stuff goes. And eventually, here's what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
100 years from now, you think somebody's going to be like, look at those shoes. Wonder what those are about. Because they're not going to have any point of reference. Like, we still have this timeline of stuff and this history thing. But eventually, all that goes away. And then you go like, what are these old shoes? Now that someone privately owns them? Like, somebody's going to be cleaning up an estate, and they're going to go, what are these shoes?
But Josh, he wore them when he sang Hound Dog in the 1950s.
Cool.
But
Cool.
Josh.
Cool. Okay, here's something interesting. The shoes have previously been displayed by various museums, including the Elvis-orama Museum in Las Vegas, where they escaped a 2004 robbery. Someone broke into the Elvis-orama Museum in Las Vegas in 2004 and did not steal those shoes. Because you know why? It's just a pair of blue shoes. That's why. Cool 10.5s.
In case you don't know, tomorrow is the 4th of July.
Uh-huh.
There's been all kinds of 4th of July activities for the past week. I know that there was some fireworks in Blackfoot recently.
Sure.
There's fireworks tonight.
And
There's
Rigby
fireworks tomorrow.
and-
Yeah, all over. What you may not know is that the Declaration of Independence wasn't even signed on July 4th.
What?
Did you know that?
I don't know if I knew that.
It was signed on August 2nd, 1776.
Did it get its first signature on the 4th
No.
of July?
No.
Are you telling the truth?
Yeah.
All
look
right.
it up.
Is this 4th of July facts?
Kind
Is
of.
that what this is?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Did you know eating salmon on the 4th of July is a tradition in New England?
No, I did not.
You do now.
But why?
Look that part up. You do the research. I just give you the facts and you do the research.
All right.
Massachusetts was the first state to recognize the 4th of July. And as we learned yesterday, fireworks are all illegal there.
That's correct.
So what are you doing, Massachusetts? Get it together.
Well, they're illegal for private citizens. Like they do like a big show thing, I'm sure. But
oh, do they, Josh?
Yeah.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
There are 15,000 Independence Day fireworks celebrations every year.
Is that right?
Yeah, that is right. What are you looking up?
Legend has it the
Yes,
tradition
we're
of
there.
eating salmon on the 4th of July dates back to Abigail Adams serving
Oh.
salmon and peas to her husband, John Adams, on the first 4th of July celebration in 1776.
John Adams was the second president of the United
However,
States of
that
America.
myth has been busted by historians who note that the couple weren't even in the same city on the day in question.
Oh, shocking.
So no one knows why they eat salmon. They just do.
They just do, which is how traditions get started, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's like, oh, we've done this for years and years. And then another person goes, no, we haven't.
Hey, you know what I just found out?
What'd you find out?
I just found out that 150 million hot dogs will be eaten on the 4th of July.
Get out of here with your hot dogs. Did you know that 3 presidents have died and 1 was born on the 4th of July?
On the 4th of July.
On the 4th of
Wasn't
July.
Jefferson born on the 4th of July?
Stall while I look it up.
Oh, no. I can look it up faster.
Okay, you look it up.
Maybe. I thought maybe.
I got this. I got
Okay.
this. Calvin Coolidge
Yeah.
was born on Independence Day.
Okay.
No. What?
Jefferson was born on April 13th.
Oh, you're wrong. Well, this is a lie. This says the only president of the United States to be born on July 4th was Calvin Coolidge.
Okay, but
This said,
Thomas Jefferson did die on the 4th of July.
oh, that's right. Okay, so I said 1 was born on the 4th of July, which is Calvin Coolidge. Everybody knows old Cal. Right?
I don't know.
you know Calvin.
Oh, yeah, we palled around.
You do. John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe
Yeah.
all died on the 4th of July.
But Jefferson and Adams, it was like minutes apart. Like they were very close in death, if I remember right. It was a very strange thing.
Yeah, and I think that they had been feuding,
Mm-hmm.
and then they patched things up right
And then
before
died.
they died.
Yeah.
I think.
High-fived. They were like, all right, good job.
I don't think that existed in the day.
4th of July facts.
4th of July facts. How about it? Okay, these are things that used to be common, but then just kind of vanished.
What happened to them?
Let's find out, shall we?
Okay.
Let's find out together, Josh. Prizes
let's
in
find these
cereal
things.
boxes.
Yeah, they're
This
not
isn't
doing
a
that
thing
anymore?
No, some still do, but they've mostly switched to QR codes where you can get a link to an app. And I don't know if you can get prizes from the app.
That doesn't make sense because now you're trying to keep track of things, and then there's mailing things, and then there's information, and there's somebody who has to keep track of this stuff. And that's just, it was so much cooler when you like got a little toy canteen
know.
out of the cereal box.
And then you'd have to fight with your brother and sister over it. And then you would whine and complain. And then your mom would say, give it to your little sister. And then
Is
you'd
that
say,
what would happen?
I won.
That's what happened in your house.
No, I was just saying.
That's what happened in your house.
From other standpoints, I've heard of that happening in other houses.
Wow. Wow. I'm the baby. Wow. What's that like?
What's what like? Being the baby? It's
Yeah.
the best.
Apparently.
It's the best place to be. You don't have
I'm
any
the
responsibility.
baby.
Everybody loves you.
Wow.
You can blame things on your older siblings. The baby is the best.
As the oldest, I feel like there's a different side to this story.
Which is, what's your side?
Frustration, disappointment. disappointment, disbelief a lot of times. I can't believe this is still happening.
So sad.
Anger, a lot of emotions you have to deal with as a child who just wants the toy from the cereal box.
Yeah, but I want it more. The baby
Too
wants
bad.
it more. Not too bad for you. Great news for me.
Wow. So I think I remember picking cereal.
Yeah, based
Based
on
on
the
the
toy that was
toy?
inside.
And I'm pretty confident that I would pick my own cereal box for the toy, and my sister would pick her own cereal box for the toy.
Oh.
And I don't think I had to fight over it.
Really?
I don't remember having that disagreement in my house about who gets the toy.
You were rich. You each got to pick out your own cereal?
No, because we rarely was a thing we got the box of cereal. We always had the bags of cereal.
We always had the bags of
and the
cereal
bags
too,
don't
but
come with toys. You just get more cereal.
sometimes we would buy the boxes if they were on sale. Like if the store would do the case lot sale and then your mom would stock up on that.
It might have been something like that.
Sometimes those ones didn't have toys though because they were the healthy ones.
Whoa. You don't get a toy with your Raisin Bran?
No.
Oh, is that right? You know what you get? Fiber. It's a toy. You get plenty of it.
You know what the worst thing is? When you would open Saturday morning, you open the cupboard, you're like, I'm going to make a bowl of cereal. I'm going to sit down and watch cartoons. And you open the cupboard, and all that's in there is grape nuts or Raisin Bran.
Regular plain Kellogg's. Just flakes. Just Kellogg
Gross.
corn flakes.
Which were still good if you dumped a bunch of sugar on them.
Correct.
You could still make those
And I
taste
did.
good. You can't ever make grape nuts taste good. Never.
Have you had them lately?
No, I'll never buy those.
I think you should maybe try some.
Ugh.
You might be like, actually,
In my old age.
I think I kind of get it.
There's a video that happened online. It shows two couples that are filmed fighting with each other at an observation deck, allegedly to secure the best selfie spot while attempting to climb Mount Everest.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Have you heard about this?
First of all, there's too many people climbing Everest right now. This has gotten out of control.
I agree.
It's wild. And then people make it up there and they're fighting because they want to spend more time taking selfies.
Yeah.
There's got to be some consideration for other people in here, and I think that's missing in a lot of humanity.
According
lately.
to this video, there's two men seen punching each other while they wrestle to the ground.
Good grief.
There's one of the women can be seen trying to pull off one of the men while the other woman joined in and started kicking one of the men.
Oh, boy.
The couples disagreed on the best spot for the photo, and the argument escalated from a verbal spat to a full-out brawl.
Yeah, they're brawling on the mountain.
On the Mount Everest.
You got to pay a ton of money. You have to wait. Then you have to, hurry and try and summit. Then you have to get up there and then wait in lines and lines and lines of people because too many people are trying to do this. And then you're going to do that.
Josh, they got to get their, it's all about the gram.
I know
they
it
gotta
is.
Get their selfie.
I got to prove it.
It's-
Take your picture and move on. You get one or two shots, move on.
Exactly.
There's no time. Everybody else is trying to do it too. You don't just get to hang out for 15 minutes on the top. That's not how it works. You get about a minute and a half and you got to go. You get to make a phone call from the top of the mountain and go, hey, I made it to the summit. It's very exciting. I'm going to make it back down. I'll talk to you later. Take your pictures. Move on out.
Get on out. Climb down that mountain.
No time. 90 seconds tops. You got to move. For shame. A lot of people barbecuing over the 4th of July weekend. Thursday, tomorrow, 4th of July, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A lot of people doing that thing. Burgers, hot dogs, maybe some chicken, maybe smoking some meats, briskets and things.
Right.
What about the veggies, though?
Oh, what about the veggies?
A lot of people say there won't be any veggies.
Oh, no, not even corn?
Like a fourth of Americans have never had a vegetable.
Ever?
And yeah, never, their entire lives. So veggies not on the menu at a barbecue, certainly. Do you believe that?
Not even.
A fourth of Americans have never had a vegetable in their life.
Not even a salad? Yeah, surely you've had a salad at some point. With a tomato? with some
It's
lettuce.
just saying.
With a
This
cucumber.
new information says that 25% of Americans have never had a vegetable ever in their whole life.
I don't know if I believe that. I just don't know.
Survey found the average person only includes vegetables in a third of their meals. And corn is number
Corn.
one,
It has the juice.
saying that corn is their favorite vegetable. It's corn.
It's corn.
Yeah. Potatoes was second. Carrots and tomatoes were tied for third.
That's what I'm saying. These people have.
Those are people who've had vegetables.
potatoes. Everyone's had.
There's a fourth of
potato.
Americans. That means if you get 4 Americans in one room, one of them has never had a vegetable in their life.
Okay, we're gonna ask. We're gonna get 4 people in a room, and we're gonna ask them all today. Have you had a vegetable? Because I don't buy that equation.
Have you ever had a vegetable?
They're gonna say yes.
If you were to guess in this building who has never had a vegetable, who would you guess?
This gentleman next door,
This
or this one.
Victor?
No.
Peaches?
Yeah.
You think Peaches hasn't had a vegetable? His name's Peach. He's got to have stuff that's growing on trees and vines.
Who do you think?
I don't know. I'm trying to think who would be a non-vegetable eater. I don't know. I think everybody in the building's eating a vegetable.
According to your data, no.
We'll find.
1
No.
in 4.
We'll find out. We'll update you later about the veggies. The would you rather this or that question of the day.
4th of July edition.
Okay.
Would you rather meet George Washington or meet Benjamin Franklin?
Oh, well, depending on where I was, I could meet them both
You could.
if
That's
I showed
true.
up at the right place.
I think I think I'd be more intimidated to meet George Washington.
You do?
Yeah.
Than the guy who invented so many different things.
Well, they're both pretty incredible.
I agree.
But I just feel like
You've got a general and an inventor, a creative
general
mind.
and the first president
Yeah,
and Benjamin Franklin.
right.
I'm going.
I feel like Ben would be a better hang.
I think so too, but I also feel like I'd have more to talk to Benjamin Franklin.
That's what I'm saying. I think Ben's he's the better hangout.
Yeah.
Like
And I
he's low pressure. And you can explore ideas and you could be like what about this? What about if every single person didn't have to ride a horse? What about this? What if we took the wheel that's on the wagon and we put a motor in there and you could have a wheel to steer and his mind would be blown. You're like, what are you? Some kind of crazy person?
What are you, some
What
brilliant?
about if I had a box in a room that I could pick up a thing and I could put half of it next to my ear and the other half next to my mouth and I could talk and hear someone on the other end anywhere in the world? And you'd be like, what are you, crazy?
What are you talking about?
We have lanterns to send signals. We don't need, what are you going to call that, a telephone?
I feel also like, you know how they say it's best to not meet your heroes sometimes?
Okay, you feel like
I
Washington's
feel like
a hero?
Washington, you just got to leave him a mystery.
I kind of think Washington would be fun to say, hey, buddy, guess when my birthday is?
Hey, that's true, because you guys share a birthday.
Right. And he'd be like, what?
But what if you met him and you were like, oh, he's kind of a jerk? It's just best
Washington's
to leave him.
not a jerk. No way.
That's what you want to believe.
I'd be like, how's old Martha? How's Mags? How's she doing? I don't know. I don't know how to pick. It'd be cool to meet them both.
All right. Fair enough.
It is time for your Better Today Than Yesterday daily challenge. A little something to get you going through your pre-warm-up. 4th of July. Well, this feels like an appropriate warm-up for the day.
All right.
Try a new workout. You go to a new workout class, or you could do an exercise you've never done before, because you surprise yourself and your body by realizing how quickly you can adapt to new challenges.
Oh.
Yeah, try a new workout, go to a new workout class, or do an exercise you've never done before is your Better Today Than Yesterday daily challenge. Jazzercise. Have you ever done that?
Or prancercise.
I've seen you do prancercise.
It's pretty fun.
More as a joke than anything, but I've seen it. So there is that. Anyway, give it a shot. Try a new workout. Go to a new workout class or do an exercise you've never done before. Is your Better Today Than Yesterday Daily Challenge. And that is going to do it for us. We are not in the studio tomorrow.
That's right.
We are not in the studio live on Friday. So we won't have another brand new show for you until Monday next week.
Oh, that's a long time.
I know it is. But be safe today.
Yes.
Be safe tomorrow during the 4th
Wear
of July.
sunscreen, drink lots of water, respect other people, be nice to everyone.
Yes. Be patient, be kind, and those are really the two biggest things you can do to make everybody's day a little bit easier. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be big crowds. There's going to be lots of people. You're going to be hot. You're going to need a nap. Take a nap if you feel it. If you're feeling cranky, get some water, take a nap, go inside, soak up some AC, and it'll be all good. We'll see you at Riverfest. We will be there tomorrow, and of course, we'll be there for the fireworks tomorrow night, the Melaleuca Freedom Celebration. So come and see us there. Enjoy your 4th of July. Be safe, and we'll see you back here live on Monday when we're back in the studio.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye.
See ya. Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.